Hello everyone, welcome to JS Gigs and my name is Deepak. We're going to be starting a new series from today which is called Concept Under 10. So as the name itself suggests, we are going to be talking about a concept in one particular video, and in that video we'll try to wrap it up under 10 minutes. So first up in this series is forRoot pattern. So I'm pretty sure that most of you who are an Angular developer must have heard about singleton services. If not, even if you're working in React, Vue.js, or any other JavaScript framework for that matter, I'm pretty sure the singleton pattern you must have heard about. So how do we achieve singleton pattern here in Angular? So I'll give you 5 seconds to think about, and post that I'll give you my answer. So your time starts now. All right, so let me see if you have thought it right. So the first way to achieve a singleton pattern in Angular is called using provided in property inside the injectable to root. And that we'll also see in the code in our StackBlitz example in a moment from now. The second way of achieving one is providing a service right at the app root level and then app module level, and not really repeating it in any of the feature module, or provided it through a module, and the module must only be imported in app module. So these are the two ways. However, in real time, whenever you're creating a large scale Angular application, you'll end up having a need wherein you will have to create some of the singleton services in a shared module. Shared module typically used in Angular for dependency sharing and dependency management. So for example, let me just quickly take you to the StackBlitz example that I've prepared for this purpose. So here on your screen, you can see that I have prepared a shared module. That shared module currently holds just one service, which is a count service. So this service essentially keeps a track of how many times a particular button has been clicked, and that's exactly which is what we are trying to share across the app, the simple app that we have built. So here on the right of your StackBlitz, you can see that we are talking about a forRoot pattern. Here on this screen, I have two components. First is the app component, the other is the dashboard component. So let me open the app component first. So here above the HR is the app component. Below that, I have router outlet defined. So when you have a router outlet defined, we need to have routes defined as well. So these routes are defined here at the app routing module.ts. As you can see that the default route, or the route with no parameter, is dashboard component, and dashboard component is essentially which is rendered over here. Right. So let me just close this down and open the dashboard component. Dashboard component is essentially a standalone component, as you can see over here. Here in the dashboard component, I'm just trying to count. I've given a click button, which reads as increase count. And the moment you click on them, we basically try to increase the count from the count service. And then this count service is provided here at the app root module level. So here you can see in the app module, we have provided the shared module. Here the shared module that is provided in the app module. Now you can see that it is keeping a count of how many times a particular button is clicked. Right now I'm just clicking these button. Every time I click a button, this service increases the count of clicks and updates that in the app component, as we have seen here. So now I have a lazy module in this application, which is named as lazy. So inside this lazy also, I have imported a shared module, as you can see over here. So once I have this shared module available in the lazy module, and also at the app root level. So assume a scenario wherein we have to maintain a lot of dependency, let's say Bootstrap or other third-party dependency. So in such cases, we try to create shared module just for the dependency management. In our case, assume that we are just maintaining one particular dependency, which is of account service, through shared module. And the shared module is also mentioned and loaded here at the op module level and also at the lazy module level. So what do you think? We will, when I go to the lazily loaded route, will it be really keeping a track of clicks that are done from the dashboard? So let's have a look. So when you click on it, you go to the lazy route, and here you can see that the count of clicks is different here from the parent component. So parent component, it has clicked 11 times. Here on the lazy loaded route, it only sees as 0. Since this particular shared module is imported in the lazily loaded module and as well as in the app root level or the app module level. So that is why it has created two different instances of a singleton service. So it's not exactly singleton for the entire application, but it is just available in each of these modules separately. So there are currently there are two instances of a particular service is currently running. So let's see if you go back to the parent component, again you see that it is 11, and if you try to increase the count, it increases it makes it 15. If you go to the lazy route, still the route is displaying as 0. Now comes forRoot into the picture. So let's quickly go to the shared module. So here in the shared module, you can see that I'm basically providing a count service here. So this count service is shared across these modules. If we need to ensure the count service is singleton, we really need to implement a forRoot method. It's a static method. So let me define that first here. So forRoot, and the return type of this forRoot module is basically module with providers. As the name itself suggests, it is module and providers. Returned object is of type module with providers, and this is going to be of type shared module. If I'm providing that here, I also need to remove this from the providers array over here. I'll also delete this property altogether. Let me just save this. Now, what would happen is that I have since provided a forRoot method at the shared module level, which is also a static method. Now, if I try to import the same module in my lazily loaded module, as you can see over here, so it's not a problem. Then we also need to ensure that the root module must call a forRoot method on it. So here in the app module level, I need to call the forRoot method. So let me just refresh the page and wait for a few seconds until this loads, and we'll see that how forRoot pattern behaves after we describe that in the shared module, as you can rightly see on your screen as well. Let's just wait for a few seconds, and meanwhile I'll keep you on hold. Our application has loaded successfully. So let me just increase the counts by clicking over here on the increase count for a few times. Let's just make this 15 and load the lazy loaded module. And as you can see, the count is being displayed here as 15. Even though the shared module was loaded here in the lazy loaded module and in the app root module level, however, the singleton of that particular service is being retained, and you can see that it is currently maintaining as 15. If we go back, increase it a few more times and click on the lazy route again, and here it is 18. A quick recap, what we have learned here. We have seen how forRoot really works in case of making a singleton service when you have a shared module being imported into multiple feature modules and at the app root level. So this is how you do it. You go to the shared module. Let me quickly show you the code once again. So here the shared root module level. Here the shared module level, you can see that you will have to define a static function which is called forRoot, and that function will have a return type called module with providers. That particular object will have an ng module. The name of the module that needs to have inside the object is the shared module, and also the list of providers. So currently I've just defined one service. If you have multiple such services defined in the shared module, you can define very well easily over here. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel and keep your eyes peeled out for the new exciting videos that I'll prepare. Thank you very much for watching and have a good day. Bye-bye.